Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
I look at the new wedges, TJ, and I see that name down there, Voki Design. There is a Voki, right?
The Voke,
Yeah.
Bob Voki, master craftsman, that's been designing wedges for Titleist for the past 10 years. We're proud to have the Voke as part of our team, and he has led Titleist to the PGA Tour leadership position, with most players using Voki wedges on the PGA Tour.
You know, there's got to be a science to designing a wedge because it's probably the most used club in the bag, isn't it?
Well,
outside of putter.
Outside of the putter,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course the golf ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in wedges today, Frank, there's a lot of talk about this new groove rule,
Right.
And the USGA restricting the types of grooves that we can use, and largely what it has done is cost us spin, short game spin, which is important to all golfers because it gives us the ability to stop the ball close to the hole.
Sure.
The new SM4 wedges represent wedges that conform to the new groove rule, but provide the maximum amount of spin allowed under the new condition of competition rule. Compared to the condition of competition wedges we've had in the line the last 2 years, we have a far more aggressive groove on the face of the wedges that gets us about 2,000 RPMs of spin back versus what we lost when we went from the non-conforming grooved wedge to the CC wedge that was in the line last year.
That's a lot.
A lot of spin.
Yeah.
Okay. In addition to the increase of spin via the new grooves, we also have a heat-treated process to the face, which makes the face more durable. And that means that over the life of the wedge, through wear and tear, the player is going to lose less spin than they would have with a untreated face. Okay. And the heat treatment process does not affect the feel in any way.
It spins, it lasts a long time, and it works.
And then finally, I think the key point to the new SM4 line is that we have more lofts, more bounces, and more sole grinds. So we're giving the player ultimately more options to get the ball closer to the hole.
Very quickly, run through what a bounce is on a wedge.
So bounce basically is a measurement from the trailing edge to the leading edge as the club's related to the ground.
Right.
The more bounce that a club has, the better it will get through the turf if a player has a steeper angle of attack and tends to take a divot. Or if they're in fluffy sand conditions, the more bounce the wedge has, it will get through that sand a lot easier. Whereas a wedge that has less bounce will tend to want to dig more. Okay? Players that have a shallower, or what we call a sweeping style of short game play, will tend to prefer wedges with less bounce because it offers them the ability to execute the shots that they're trying to hit without the club bouncing off of the turf. Whereas players that are more steeper in their angle of attack, they prefer wedges with more bounce as it'll get through that turf a lot easier.
So whether you're a digger or a picker, Titleist and Voki have something for you.